And in the co-main event, we got a fight everyone's been talking about with the former champ Jan Blachowicz welcoming Alex Pereira to the UFC 205-pound division. And a lot of people are talking about Pereira, he's never fought at this weight. But to be fair to him, he has had quite a few fights in his kickboxing career where he's fighting at this weight, even at higher weights. And he's won titles in those divisions. So he's used to fighting with the extra pounds, at least in a striking-only environment. But obviously this is going to be completely different. And, it's an awesome clash of styles. Jan Blachowicz, he's a guy that's already taken out Israel Adesanya. Now he's trying to take out Alex Pereira and kind of complete that triangle. It's kind of a weird, thing that he's fighting both these guys. Jan, his last fight, obviously bad taste in his mouth at the end of it. It was a draw where he looked really good the first 3 rounds. He was winning on the feet, and then he ended up getting taken down in the 4th. Got taken down and beat up pretty bad in the 5th, 10-8 round. Ended up losing the fight and losing the fight in terms of he had it in the bag, and it was a draw because he gave up a 10-8 in the 5th. And Pereira, he's coming back really quick. That's something that I really don't like. He's coming back like less than 3 months after that knockout, and he was out cold. So I'm definitely questioning his durability coming into this fight, especially against a guy like Jan that we know has that one-hitter-quitter power. And as far as these guys match up on the feet, I think it's very competitive. I think a lot of people don't give Jan Blachowicz the credit that he deserves. We've never seen him. I can't think of any fight, maybe outside the fight with Thiago Maheta, where he got clipped and knocked out with kind of a one-punch scenario, where you could say Jan Blachowicz is just getting outstruck on the feet. Even against Israel, guys that are extremely high-level strikers, Dominic Reyes coming in there with the momentum, he has outstruck them, and he's done really well with them on the feet. And obviously Pereira is a different animal than most of the guys that he's fought standing, but I think Blachowicz can compete in the stand-up. He's not as fast. His volume isn't going to be there like Pereira's is. Pereira's going to have the higher volume. He's going to be faster. And Pereira throws more array of strikes. He's probably a little bit more dynamic. But he leaves himself there to be hit. He's defensively irresponsible at times, whereas Jan Blachowicz, very defensively sound, hands high, checks kicks, defends kicks really well. He is always in good position, and he just sticks to the basics. The guy has really heavy kicks. He'll attack the legs. He'll attack the body. He really beat the shit out of Ankalaev's legs, and that's how he was effective in their fight. And his jab is really good. He has a really nice counter check hook, and then he has a big power in his rear hand. So the guy's a monster. He has the, if you keep it standing, good pacing, good cardio to go out there and just keep that same pace for 5 rounds. And I think he also is extremely durable, and people don't give him credit for that. The guy's only been finished by strikes 1 time, which was against Thiago Santos, who's has some of the highest, or one of the highest amount of knockouts in UFC history. And Blachowicz wasn't even out in that fight. He got hit with a lot of follow-up shots. He still was conscious. The guy is like a blockhead, so he could take some damage and keep on coming. I think he could eat a couple of the Pereira shots and take them like we saw Bruno Silva do. But obviously Pereira hits different, and that left hook is going to be coming always. For Blachowicz, though, he just needs to stay calm, needs to pressure, needs to try to back Pereira up, and, feint, make Pereira open up, and then counter him with a big shot. And if he lands clean, I definitely think he can knock him out. I question Pereira's durability. He's been knocked out as a kickboxer. He got rocked really badly in his fight against Israel the first time, almost got finished, got saved by the bell, and then just got knocked out cold less than 3 months ago. So durability-wise, I favor Blachowicz by a large margin. And then if you look at it from a well-rounded martial artist standpoint, Blachowicz has 30 more fights than Pereira, and he has the black belt in jiu-jitsu. He has the ability to get takedowns. He's not necessarily a D1 wrestler, and we don't see him wrestle in a lot of fights, but I think mixing it up in this one, if he can get it to the ground, he's going to have about as big an advantage as you can get in this high level of a fight in a certain facet of the game. I think he's going to be like a big brother compared to Pereira on top, and probably he'll get the finish. Pereira is obviously an elite dynamic striker, and he's going to be throwing the front kicks. He's going to be, standing tall, light on his feet. He's going to be the faster guy. He's going to be pumping the jab. He's going to be throwing the leg kicks. He's going to be looking for that left hook. And if he connects on anyone in the world, he can knock you out. And the guy fights smart. I don't question that he's going to have improved takedown defense, improved grappling, maybe not. I mean, to me, I didn't really like what I saw in the on the ground against Izzy, and I just don't know, man. I mean, a lot of people are thinking that the weight cut was a big issue for him, but I feel like Blachowicz is smart enough on the feet. His striking is elite, and he knows how to work his way inside, and he's not necessarily a wrestler, but Israel Adesanya took Alex down, and he had never had any takedowns in the UFC at all. I don't know if he even had one in his career, period. And Blachowicz, I think, has the wrestling, at least good enough wrestling to take down Pereira. And I think he can dominate on the ground. So I feel like Jan's going to get the knockout in here or the submission finish on the ground. But I'm leaning towards Blachowicz. It is a fight where it's like, it's hard to ever fade Pereira because of that power. He can end it with one shot, and he is the younger guy. He's the guy that's more dynamic on the feet, and overall he's the better striker. But I feel like Blachowicz is good enough with his meat and potatoes. His defense is going to be on point. He's going to be able to not get hit with that knockout shot. I think he even could potentially land clean on Pereira and knock him out. And I think if he gets it to the ground, he could TKO him or submit him. So I'm going to say Blachowicz gets the finish in the second round by KO TKO, gets the job done. Most of the guys that Blachowicz has lost to are like Glover, like Pereira's coach, guys that can wrestle him and take him down. And Pereira doesn't have that element, so I think Blachowicz's more well-rounded game is going to shine, and I think that he's going to get the job done here and probably put himself in a title fight for his next matchup.